Hello everyone, and welcome to today's conversation with Veeam. Today we are going to talk about the remarkable opportunity Veeam represents to you and your business. My name is Don Grease. I am the Manager of Business Development and Vendor Programs here at Lifeboat Distribution, and we are really a proud distributor of Veeam's powerful line of software. In fact, Lifeboat Distribution was Veeam's first ever distributor and is today Veeam's largest distributor. So it really is a privilege for us to host today's conversation with Veeam, and I want to thank you all for attending. I also want to thank our main panelist for talking to us today, and that is Laura Aldo, who is an inside channel manager for Veeam. Welcome, Laura.
Hey, Don. How are you?
I'm good. So, Laura, today we're going to talk about why our resellers should go to market with Veeam's virtualization solutions and how Veeam can help our resellers grow revenue. And we are also going to talk about the exceptional partner program that Veeam offers our resellers. And today's presentation is going to be a little bit different. Instead of the same sort of PowerPoint slide deck presentation, Laura and I are just going to have a conversation, and in the course of that conversation, we're going to uncover all of the information that's going to be important to you in determining whether or not you want to sign up as a pro partner with Veeam. It's going to help you understand how to recognize more opportunities so that you can sell Veeam more frequently, maybe tomorrow than you do today. And we're also going to get you involved. I have some polling questions that we're going to ask so that you can participate with us today. And in fact, just before we actually start, I will kick off the first poll. But there's just a couple of other things I need to cover before we get started. One is that, as always, feel free to ask any questions that you would like to, and you can do that by entering your questions in the Q&A panel on the right side of the screen. When Laura and I get through our conversation, we'll answer as many questions as time permits. And also, please stay tuned because I am going to give away a $100 Amex gift card during the course of today's conversation. All right, so I think I've covered everything. You still with me, Laura?
I sure am.
Okay. All right. Well, Veeam has won over 20 awards, numerous awards. You're well recognized. But for our resellers who might be considering partnering with Veeam, what would you like them to know about Veeam, how you've been so successful in the marketplace, and how Veeam goes to market?
Great, sure. So like Don mentioned, we have won over 20 awards. We've won a few at VMworld for Reader's Choice. Veeam was specifically built from the ground up for virtualization. So a lot of people say that, for us, we're the best in breed because we were specifically built for that. We've been around since 2006, so in those 6 years, we've accumulated over 50,000 customers worldwide. Our go-to-market, we are a channel-driven organization. We work our resellers as well as our distributors, as more importantly, Lifeboat. They definitely help us become successful, and even just doing partnering events like this, making everyone aware of who Veeam is, how we can help educate everyone, and definitely just getting our name out there. When working with our resellers, we definitely do events such as lunch and learns or even just partner training to help the reseller reps get educated as to how they can make more money, how they can sell Veeam. We've held a few joint webinars where, maybe our resellers will recruit some of their end users who are interested in Veeam, and maybe one of our engineers host a webinar, and we just show the software and see if we can gain any interest.
That's awesome. You guys do such a great job at really supporting your resellers. And just so that we're clear, Veeam is a 100% channel-driven company. Is that correct?
Definitely. And we hear that a lot. A lot of people will ask, well, can they go direct or can we buy directly from you? And the answer is always no. Our resellers are definitely, are great partners in this, and this is how we are so successful. Everything is 100% channel-driven, so we can only go through the channel.
Excellent. Now, Veeam recently had a couple of new product releases. What do our resellers need to know about the new releases and how to position the new features with their customers?
Definitely. So we actually just released version 6.5 of both the Backup Replication as well as our Veeam 1. And the release of both of these, it comes at a great time because now we can integrate our Veeam 1 and our Backup Replication together. The Veeam 1 is actually going to be providing some monitoring of your backup environment. So it will provide you with identification of unprotected VMs, resource analysis, and all those great features that you couldn't get on your backup before. Now you can. And we've actually changed, we're actually calling it our Backup Management Suite now. And when an end user has any interest in our backup solution, I would definitely always pitch to them, have you checked out Veeam 1? Have you looked at the new features that are available? It's a great way to just add a few more items onto that quote and help increase the revenue for the sale. I do also want to mention as well, going towards the end of this year and into next year, our Essentials bundles. You get the same great features with the Backup Replication and the Veeam 1 and the Essentials, but our Essentials will be going through a price increase beginning January 1. So if anyone out there has any opportunities or knows of any end users that are interested in it, definitely now is the time to go ahead and make those purchases. Oh, and I also should mention, we do support vSphere 5.1 and Windows Server 2012 with both these new releases as well.
Really good information. Thanks, Laura.
No problem.
So now let's talk more about the market and what's the best ways to identify opportunities for Veeam. Where would a Veeam partner find opportunities, and who should they be talking to?
Okay, great. So definitely, I would say anytime you're meeting with a prospective client or maybe someone that you've been working with, maybe you sold them another backup solution previously and they're not that happy with it, or even if it is a new client, the first question to always ask is, are you virtualized? Veeam only supports the virtual world. We don't work with physical, so that's a great way to just see if they're virtual, there is a Veeam opportunity there. And I also like to follow that up with, if they are virtual, well, what are you using? That's a great way. You can tell when someone tells you, oh, we're using such and such for a backup, if they're happy or not. Their answer will give it away. But those would be two great questions. And if they, well, we're using, whatever, and they don't seem very happy, just ask them, have you looked at Veeam yet? And if they haven't, always engage your regional team. We can always send white papers or data sheets on our recent products, and always feel free to send those out to your clients.
Okay, and you guys do such a great job of building in all the support tools, all the marketing and sales tools on your partner portal.
There's lots of great information there.
So we would definitely recommend our attendees and all our Veeam resellers to make good use of that. I think you touched on it a little bit, but maybe if you want to just expand a little bit more on where Veeam fits best, and
sure.
Are there areas where if you're a reseller looking at an opportunity where maybe you'd have to caution them that this isn't the best fit for Veeam?
Definitely. So, I mean, the most obvious would be if they are all physical. We don't support the physical. A lot of people, I think, wish that we did, but as I mentioned earlier, we were built from the ground up for virtualization, so that is what we support. We also hear sometimes that we're a completely disk-to-disk solution. I know a lot of people still like to have their tape solutions, so if they only want the tape solution, that's not something we can offer. We can leverage third-party software to write off to tape, so that is still a possibility. But if they are strictly physical, Veeam is definitely not for them. If they have a mixed environment, we always tell people pick what's best in breed. And obviously, we think that Veeam is the best in breed for virtualization. So some people do keep their legacy solution for their physical environment, and then they bring in Veeam to do the virtualization side of things.
Perfect. That seems to make perfect sense. The next thing that I was curious about is that now that we've talked about how to uncover opportunities for Veeam, the partners are probably wondering, okay, well, that's all good, but what's in it for a partner? Can they really make money selling Veeam, Laura?
Sure. So all of our resellers, no matter what partner level, when you get signed up, you get 10% off the MSRP right off the bat. we offer our deal registration program. So anytime you're working an opportunity that's at least $2,500 in MSRP, and that could be new software purchases as well as adding prepaid support onto that, if it meets that $2,500 minimum, definitely go out to our portal and get it registered, because you'll get anywhere from 15 to 20 extra points. So anywhere from 25 to 30 points on that opportunity to help win the business. And we did it that way so we keep everyone from our smaller resellers up to our bigger resellers on the same level playing field. So in order to win that business, you get that deal registration and you have that extra margin so you can make the extra money and win the opportunity. So there definitely is money built into selling Veeam.
And what about any sort of pull-through? Do resellers have an opportunity to make money selling services, for instance?
So services is not something that Veeam offers, but if a reseller becomes trained and can deploy and can demo the software on their own, definitely we encourage our resellers to offer professional services. It's a great way to just make some additional money on the side. I'll get your environment set up for you, get all your backup jobs and your replication jobs set up, and then it's just another additional line you can put on the quote to help make some additional money there. But definitely I encourage all of our resellers to get trained and to get up to speed on how they can deploy and set up everything so they can offer those professional services.
That's awesome. So definitely a money-making opportunity for resellers who are looking to add something to their portfolio. What other benefits are there to resellers from the Veeam ProPartner Program?
So moving up from our silver level, our silver level offers the deal registration, the 10% discounting, but then once you go up from there, there's co-op money, MDF funds, NFR licenses, things of that nature.
Okay, and what about training? How can a reseller get certified? How can they get trained up to do a great job selling Veeam?
Great question. So we offer a few different ways. We have out on our ProPartner portal what is called our Veeam University. All of our products are broken out there from a sales and technical standpoint, so you can choose to get certified in just Backup Replication or just in Veeam 1. So that's a great way to go out and learn about all of the products. But also what, us on the inside from Channel Manager perspectives, we always try and get our inside engineers engaged with the new reseller engineers. Just, hey, let's take a look at the software, ask all your questions that you may have, just so we can help them get trained up.
And so for somebody who may be coming to Veeam as a new partner, Veeam will help with all the heavy lifting to get them started, give them what they need, the tools they need to become self-sufficient. But, a reseller shouldn't, be concerned that in the beginning they're going to be left on their own. Veeam is really there to support and help them win business, right?
Oh, definitely, and I think a lot of people don't realize that but behind me I have a whole team of inside engineers as well as field sales reps. So whatever the need may be, if you just need help with, hey, I just need a part number for a quote, or I don't understand what they're asking for, or I need some technical assistance, even if it's just a quick technical question that your end user may have, please just always engage your regional team. That's what we're here for, is to make sure our resellers are successful.
And I would like to add also that on top of that, you also have the team here at Lifeboat Distribution. You have your dedicated sales rep here on the floor. Whenever you call in here, you're going to get a live person on the phone who knows Veeam and understands Veeam. The team is very well trained, particularly in the licensing and quoting process for Veeam. So if you need any sort of pre-sales assistance, Lifeboat is eager to help you and eager to help you win business. If you call your Lifeboat rep and maybe you need more technical assistance than we can offer, we have great relationships with the Veeam team all across the country in every region, and we can certainly plug you right into the right resource that's going to help you solve your problem and grow your business. So please keep that in mind. So Laura, that's been great. I thank you so much for sharing all of that information. I'm going to get our last poll question opened here. And while that poll is open, I think we have some questions.
Okay.
Let's see what we have here. This has to do with competition. There are other products in the market that argue that they deliver more value for far less cost than Veeam. Our questioner says, I don't think so. What do you think?
I don't think so either. But I am personally biased because I do work at Veeam. So.
Absolutely. But in terms of competition, maybe, if you're looking at maybe a lower cost competitor, what are some of the key ways to address that if you're a reseller selling Veeam?
I would just say, you know, and we see that. A lot of people say, well, theirs is cheaper, you know, but I would just be sure to look at the total package. I know a lot of the times when we have people on the phone, they say, okay, well, where's the catch? Where are the agents I have to pay for, or the additional coverage I need to purchase after I make my initial purchase? So just always make sure that you have a fully educated client and that they know that, you know, this is what they want. We may not be the cheapest at all times, but we deliver the best in breed for what we do. So some people will just decide to go with the cheapest version or the cheapest software out there, and my thinking is that's okay, because in 6 months to a year they'll be back because they won't be happy with what they purchased.
Excellent, excellent point. I have another question here that I think that I will take, and that question is, as lifeboat resellers in Mexico, what should we do to resell Veeam? Well, my answer to that is we have a great team that actually works out of our office here in New Jersey. If you're familiar with Carlos Garcia, reach out to Carlos. Carlos does a phenomenal job working with his partners in Mexico to promote Veeam and to sell more Veeam. And what I will do is I will take a note and pass it on to Carlos to reach out to you, and Carlos can give you all the information that you need to sell Veeam in Mexico. But thank you so much for asking. Okay. If anyone else has questions as we go through the rest of the webinar, please feel free to get them in. I will keep an eye out for things, and we will answer any more questions that come in. But at this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through our call to action, and we do this all the time to recommend next steps for you. So if you are interested in becoming a Veeam partner, or if you just want to learn how to better sell the product, we highly recommend that you visit the Veeam website, and you will find there, especially on the partner portal, all kinds of product information. You will find free virtualization resources, all the marketing and sales materials that you need. It's a great resource, so definitely check that out. If you are not signed up as a Veeam Pro partner yet, please sign up through Lifeboat. There is a link here on this slide. I will make sure that every one of you receives this link at the conclusion of this webinar. But this link will take you to a very quick page that allows you to sign up. We'll get you registered with Veeam, and we'll get you connected to all the right people to help you start growing your Veeam business. And then again, of course, I'll say it one more time, reach out to your Lifeboat sales executive. We can help schedule deep dive demos of the product. If you're thinking about working with Veeam, but you want to understand the product maybe a little bit better first, let us know. We'll schedule a deep dive demo for you. Laura, you guys are happy to do those, right?
Definitely.
Okay. And of course, we'll help you with any opportunity and give you the pricing or pre-sales assistance that you need. All right. There are still time to put questions in, but not much time. What I'm going to do instead right now, folks, is I'm going to give away that $100 Amex gift card. And so just hang on for a second, and The winner is Sean Ballou from PC Connection. Sean, congratulations. We will get that Amex gift card delivered to you very quickly. Our last poll is about to close, so if you have a few seconds to answer that question, folks, if you'd like. I don't see any more questions, so I'm going to say, Laura, thanks a million for doing this with us. Are there any last minute?
Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Any last thoughts for our great Veeam partners and resellers who want to be Veeam partners?
Definitely, please just feel free to reach out to us, engage your regional teams. We are definitely here to help, so please let us know how we can.
All right. Well, with that, I want to thank everybody for attending today. We really appreciate you taking the time. We hope you enjoyed this new format. Thank you so much for participating in our poll questions. We hope to hear from you soon. But for now, for everyone at Lifeboat Distribution and all the great people at Veeam, thanks again. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.